Hello and welcome. I am so glad you're here. I'm Beth, a creator-based coach with CMH Coaching for Life. I'm here today to help you and those you love create a life you feel grounded and at home in. Think of a life where you feel peace, love for those around you, and in a flow with just enough challenge to keep you happy and creating something wonderful. Sounds like magic, but it's not. You can create that life every single day. You can have a life full of love, excitement, hope, and creation. Our mission at CMH Coaching is to flood the earth with light through compassion, mindfulness, and hope. And I'm going to ask a favor of you. If you like what you see and hear today, think of someone you know that would enjoy and benefit from this message. Our mission is to flood the world with compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Share this with them. But for now, this is time just for you. So settle into whatever you're doing and enjoy this time with the girls, where we create that one awesome, amazing, perfect life every one of us is seeking.
You gotta watch your thinking. Watch your thinking. Watch your thinking.
Well, welcome back. This is a creator-based life. This is a podcast for CMH Coaching for Life. I'm Beth Brooks, and these are my two best buds, Jenn, who is a hypnotherapist and a great creator-based coach, and Jaycine, who is a business coach who just retired. So we're going to talk about that. Yes. And another creator-based coach. Today, we're talking about being really bad at new things. And I don't know if you guys have ever had that experience. I hate being bad at things. I just hate it. I think, pretty sure that I was born a fully developed human being who was perfect in every right, or who believed she was supposed to be perfect in every right. And from the time I made my first macaroni plate and printed my first letter, I had an interminable inner critic who said, "This is just dumb. We should just do this perfectly." Mm-hmm. So it's kind of been an ongoing thing for me. I do a lot of things really, really well, but I don't, how do I say this? I'm not good at being bad at things yet. I'm better than I used to be, but I'm not as good as I'm gonna be. And suffice it to say, I still hate being bad at things.
Can I tell you a story?
Yes, please tell me a story.
I am so there with you, especially when it comes to craft projects I'm going to be putting in my house. In fact, I had a lot of my friends say that I was a craft snob, and I was like a Martha Stewart craft snob. Like, I'm not going to make it unless it's that standard. And they would laugh because we would have this little group that we'd share what we'd make, every week or every other week or whatever. And I finally had to tell them I created something really fugly.
Ugly. I love it.
And they loved it. And so that was my thing. I was like, you have to be able to create ugly things. You have to be able to say that, I'm just not good at something, and it's okay. I'm good at other things, or maybe I need to practice, or maybe it's just okay to make a sea slug, or something like that, something that's just really like ugly.
Not cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you come to the place where you were okay with fugly?
It was really bad. The picture that I had, what I had created, what it was in my mind, and then me basically having an internal meltdown, and then just realizing this is actually kind of funny if I'm looking at it from the outside in, and that I made something really fugly. And I think at that time it was just starting to be some of those posts on Facebook about fails, like epic fails.
Oh yeah, yeah. Instead of nailed it, failed it.
Yeah. And that was like, there is humor in the mistakes, and that's how I dealt with it. So I'm okay now when that was just a ugly thing, but that's okay. I'll do something different.
Do it again. So it sounds like you dealt with it with humor.
Yeah, that's how I have to do things.
Yeah. Well, I remember I used to play the organ for the church meetings, and I played for about 12 years. And when I first started, I have terrible stage fright to begin with. When I first started, it was just terrible. It was just, and I got to where it was acceptable, but then on occasion I would do things like I'd be so nervous, my hands would drop and hit the keyboard just because.
Oh.
Or the hymnal would fall over. I mean, it was like a comedy show kind of thing. And at that point in time, it was funny. And I just came up with, you know what, go big or go home. And so it kind of became my byline. When I played really, really well. People knew my love for the organ, and they could tell how much I loved playing, and I loved the music, and I loved the Lord, and it was beautiful. But when it was a fail, it was definitely go big or go home.
Go home. I love that.
It was
I
just,
love that.
and that kind of began my byline. But when I was young, and I was in grade school, I worked it into my head that it was okay that I was really bad at all of these new things, because once I got to the end of school, which was grade 12, I would be done being bad at things.
You'd be great. Yeah.
I would have learned everything there was to learn.
Mm.
I'd be great at it. Yeah.
Mm.
And y'all can imagine how that one worked out. Yeah.
Mm.
That's about when you start to realize, I really don't know what's going on.
Right. Because I really, in my head, for those first 18 years of my life, was sure that when I got to the light at the end of that grade school and high school tunnel, I would have arrived and I would be done. I'd be an adult. Yeah. And I just know everything I needed to know to have this perfect life.
Mm. Mm. Well, right? And we all go through those experiences. I'm thinking about in the past 6 months, how many people I have trained, investors who are investing in a corporation or in a franchise, a brand new franchise that they know nothing about. Nothing. Like they're investing because the profit and loss looks good, right? And they believe in what they've heard. And so just in working with these brilliant people who are multimillionaire kind of people, right? And they're starting at ground zero. And so we're starting with the basics, and it's hard because they go through this process and they'll watch the training videos that we had, and they skipped over, oh, I've got that and I've got that. But it was really,
I don't have that much time anyway. I'll just skip it.
Oh, yeah. Or I just read through that. So yeah, I got it down. And then enter in, teacher Jaycine, who likes the red pen. No, who likes the pen. Yeah.
I liked the red pen too when I was homeschooling. It was so fun.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so entering in and going back and having discussions with these brilliant people and saying, all right, we're going to practice this. We have a script. We're going to practice the script on how to answer a phone, right? For your business.
They're thinking to themselves, I know how to answer a phone. I don't need this.
Right. And so it was really interesting. I just said we would go through it and they would just like, I had maybe a couple out of, a lot.
Lots. Yeah.
A lot that did really, really well because that was their expertise, is communication, and they did really well at that part, right? But most of them fumbled and read the script, and I'm like, really? Like, you're going to say it's a great day, and it sounds like it's a sucky day. Like, you're seriously, come on, can we? So it was interesting that, and I started talking to him, and I'm like, I don't care how you train. You can train ugly, but train, right? Mm-hmm. Practice. And that's what it equates to in our lives. It's going to be ugly, fugly as we're first starting, and maybe in the middle. We talk about the messy middle of things. It's supposed to be that way. And I think when we can embrace that, and it's harder when it's ourselves because we have these expectations that I'm this old, I should be able to do this, right? The should stick.
The shoulds. It's the should stick. Yeah, you pegged it.
Yeah.
And you're beating yourself with the should stick. I should be able to do this. Yeah.
Or this should work out.
Right.
Yes, this should work out.
Where you would give grace to someone else in that same position, right? You know, these people who are coming in and learning a medical position when they worked insurance before. Well, they're kind of tied, but they're not the same, you know, and they're in the front desk position or the admin position. It's different, and you're starting, so it's new. The learning is new and it's hard, and you have to put in effort, and you have to train ugly and be consistent and give yourself permission. But I think the thing that I've learned throughout the years is to find 3 things that I did right or that I did well.
Good.
What are the 3 things? And not just, and Beth and Jenn, you talk about this all the time, and I incorporated this into the business training, was write those 3 things down. And
Yes.
I find that when I do that myself, I can say, oh, look at this. Here are 3 things that went right. And I want to continue doing this. And then only choosing one part that I want to work on in the future. Like, that's going to be my focus. I'm going to have one focus, not I found 25 things that really sounded terrible or looked terrible, or right. Jenn's laughing with that project. Okay. What part can I focus on? What would be the biggest mover, right, in that? So
I love your idea of the 3 things that I did well.
yes.
Because then if we're looking at what went well, we can focus on doing more of what went well. And that seems to buffer the inner critic for what didn't go, you know, what we weren't happy with. I like that a lot.
I think it tells our brains, instead of it's not working and we're trying to find evidence of why it isn't working, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it's programming our brains to say, hey, this is working and we are making progress.
Mm-hmm. And until we get to a B minus.
Yeah. Yeah.
We make progress till we get to a B minus, and then we publish, because B minus is good enough, right, Jenn?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Teach me about B minus is good enough.
I don't like it, but I try it. It's a hard one for me because I am in certain things, and I realize it's a pride thing. I don't want to be embarrassed. I want to be seen as something when I put something out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure like it is more than a B minus. I want it to be A work, because anything else is substandard in my mind, because that's the perfectionist that I am. And I mean, I used to give myself just in a tizzy with emails and things like that, and just kind of put things off because I'm like, you know, I didn't think that I had enough in me to put it out there.
To do an A. Well, and procrastination really is a fear response. When you it's the fear of judgment, or the fear of failure,
and
it's
embarrassment,
and like you, it was. If it wasn't an A, there was room for someone to criticize and make fun or hurt my feelings in some way. And so to have to be perfect was not to be authentic and brave. It was fear.
It ripped my like emotional health, mental health, and even physical health in college. Because if I didn't make the dean's list, I was not good. I was like, I had failed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the first time I've heard.
I know. My husband had to talk me off the ledge a few times when we would meet up at campus and I just failed a test.
Yes.
And he would be like, what? And then he'd laugh at me because I'd be so upset. But he would laugh because how do I handle this emotional mess? And I know she didn't, because she's just not going to fail things.
Probably got a C or maybe a B.
I would probably get an A minus or a B plus.
Right. Oh my gosh.
No,
the first time I heard that phrase, C's get degrees, I thought that is the world's biggest just cop out. That's just so shameful. C's get degrees. But then I put a couple kids through college, and you know what? Nobody cared when they got their masters what their grades were.
No, they don't look at your grades. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-mm.
So what did I put myself through, right? I know. I had to learn. I had to learn
B
that.
minus really was good enough.
Yeah.
Even
Mhm.
a C.
But
Yeah.
it just really like grates against something inside me that I'm still working with. It's getting better, but it's still like, oh, I just feel that when you say that. And I'm like, I'm getting better because it's that, I guess, when you flood somebody with some type of information, you take away their trigger response. It's kind of
Yeah,
like that with
eventually
Beth.
it
Beth
becomes
keeps telling
fun.
me B minus is good enough, and so that I don't like react as much.
Well,
So,
I know you guys have seen all my B minus work. We get a Monday morning inspiration out every week that
Yep.
invariably has a mistake in it somewhere, or we get informational emails about things that we're doing that have the wrong day, or
Or the
that have
link
the wrong
doesn't
day of the
work.
week with the right date.
yeah.
I mean, everything else is great except there's this one piece. And I thought I had done it for Tai Chi because one of my girls came late for Tai Chi and she emailed me afterwards and I said, "Yes, I'm really sorry I didn't do that right." And she actually sent the email back and she said, "You did it exactly right. It was me." Which
I
I
was
thought was so cool,
That's
but
nice.
it's given me a chance to practice, which is really, I mean, do you remember I learned all my times tables when I was 8? And I
Mm.
had to do the dishes every night at dinner. And I put the times tables on the windowsill and practiced while I was doing the dishes. I hated doing the dishes. And that was where I really learned to persevere. That was a defining life experience for me because I learned I really could multiply by eights and by sevens and by sixes if I just worked on it every night.
Mhm.
And that transferred to I really can make an email that goes out and reads well. Or I really can figure out how to make an image or how to express something that's come to my heart and my head that really needs to be shared, but I don't exactly know how.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's when I started to embrace the B minus is good enough. But it's practice.
It's
Isn't that
practice.
what you taught your doctors, Jaycine? It's practice.
It is practice. And I keep having this one doctor that his face keeps coming to my mind because he wanted to grow his practice and he was new to the area. And so I told him, I said, you're going to have to get out and network and go talk to other professionals, go to the hospitals, talk to the surgeons because you got a laser and the lasers can help heal after surgery. You have all of these things in your clinic that would help, but you have to get the word out. And he's talking with him. When you
Really
talked to
scary, huh?
him, oh, he was just not a fun person to talk to. He was
Oh,
negative. He just all the things like you're just like I don't even know, like you better have a great team because none of your patients are going to stick around because you're ugh. Like
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. But he took that advice and every week, every Tuesday morning, he had appointments set up, at least one. He started with one and then it increased to two or three. And Tuesday mornings, he would go out and he would go meet with another professional and introduce himself to them and say, "Hey, tell me about what you're doing," as we coached, talk to them about what they do. And I just want to learn and see if we can network together because I may have patients who may need your services. And let me tell you a few things that we have, right?
mhm.
In maybe it was probably 4 months, it was about 120 days. His business was booming. He had doctors that were referring, like surgery patients, like it was crazy. And this
Well,
guy was like talking to a rock, you know, but it's because he went out and he made effort. And I tried to teach other doctors who have these great, wonderful personalities that I'm like, just do this. Here's the recipe, right? Just do it consistently. And that
but
really
don't you
was
think?
it. And don't worry about being perfect.
Yeah, but don't you think it's a willingness to be uncomfortable?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a willingness to be bad at it,
Yeah.
and I put bad just meaning unpracticed, right?
Yeah.
It's not really
Practice.
bad. You might have awkward moments or not remember. I know I with starting to lead the Tai Chi sessions,
Mhm.
I was doing my very first session, which you guys was frugly. I think I said that right. And when I sent it to the school, so it could be, looked at for the practicum, I just preface it. It's ugly, beautiful, and it's more ugly than beautiful. It just is. But it's the first one, and so that worked. Right. But there were lots of times when I was like, okay, so we're moving and I'm saying it and I'm like, oh no, said that wrong. Sorry. It goes like this, and that's okay. We're willing to be uncomfortable. We're willing to look what we think is bad.
Yes.
And that's what made your doctor so successful, because he didn't stay that way very long, right?
No. He got, yeah. And it helped him progress, like with his patients too. He was able to be more personable with his patients, and because he didn't want to let down these other doctors that he had networked with, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Well, that discomfort for me manifests in frustration. Yeah, I get short-tempered, frustrated, impatient. That's kind of what all happens. But Jenn taught us something really cool about frustration, and I just wanted to make sure we brought that up while we were talking. Can you teach us, Jenn, what
Oh my gosh,
frustration is?
I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, okay.
I think I know. If I can remember, it's like a little spark that you're in the stage or the space of learning.
Yes.
Because you get frustrated when you aren't completely sure of something, or you're learning. Think about that when you've learned something, you get kind of frustrated,
You're a little insecure,
or like little like I don't have it all right now. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is great. It's a space of, if you just understand yourself, well, this is in my progress of learning, my space of learning. And if I continue to be frustrated, I'm going to figure out, I'm going to gain the skill or the understanding or the knowledge, and then I'll be okay. So as I move in and out of frustration, I'd be like, oh, this is learning again.
Here's my old friend frustration.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to like emotional things and trying to change thought patterns, and then also like spiritual things. When I get like kind of like, why didn't I see that, or frustrated about something, I'll be like, oh, it's because I'm learning what's happening in my life.
Yeah. And it's judgment. It's a self-judgment that if we can lay aside the judgment and just understand that we're learning, the frustration goes away.
It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the shit stick, Jaycine.
Yeah. What if we say, I like learn ugly? I like that. I can do that better than B-. I don't know why. Like
learn
I can learn ugly. I can learn ugly. But the B- still, I'm like, my heart's like,
exactly. Same with me, Jaycine. Or like,
that's why I love it so much, because it gets my attention and it makes me rise above. Yeah.
I also like the phrase of failing upward.
Yes.
I love failing upward. That Margaret Atwood, fail, do it better, fail better, do it again, right? Yeah, failing upward. I love that.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jaycine. I'm not like I don't like the B- is good enough. I'll do other phrases.
Well, keep working with B- until you can do it.
Yeah, you just keep saying it. I'll work on it.
Yeah, just keep working with it, because there's some kind of a belief back there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's okay. It doesn't, I mean, you could be 95 years old and still be uncomfortable with B-. It's okay.
I'll stand before the Lord and he'll say, your B- is good enough. I'll be like, no, it's not. Send me back. I need to do an A. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
It is good. How do you feel about the belief discomfort is my friend?
I'm trying.
But we both sighed, so that should tell you.
Discomfort is my friend. That's something that I've been learning a lot the last few years. Discomfort is my friend. Discomfort means I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm doing, I'm not a bump on a log, I'm active. It's because discomfort is showing me that.
Yes.
Whether it's raising a kid and their comment made you uncomfortable, discomfort is my friend. It's showing me a place where I can be better. But It's one of my favorites, especially now that my body is getting a little older and it has a little bit more aches and pains going on.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started to have aches and pains, probably 10 years ago, it was, oh, I'm getting old, I'm doomed, this is
Right.
terrible, it's all going downhill now. And then as I started to work with those thoughts, which were learned really well from my parents and my modeling, and also just from culture, our culture in general, and started with discomfort is my friend. Discomfort is my body telling me something. Discomfort is an opportunity to learn. It's made a huge difference because when something hurts and you look at it as it's your friend, it doesn't hurt as much. It doesn't go away, but it's a different kind of hurt then. Yeah.
It's
Do you have any
it's
experiences like that, Jaycine?
I do. I was actually, as you're talking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I read this article and it was a conference done for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And one of the speakers' name is Henry B. Eyring, who,
Oh,
guys, his father was nominated 3 times for the Nobel Peace Prize.
I didn't know
And
that.
yes,
yeah, he is brilliant. He is
yes.
brilliant.
And
Yes.
so he knows what he's talking about because I read this article and I'm like, well, how does he know it about steel? That's not he's a mathematician, whatever. And then I read about his father and I'm like, oh, okay,
Oh,
that's how he knows about this. Yes. Okay. So he's talking about the word prove. Okay. The word prove has several meanings. To prove something is not simply to test it. It is to increase its strength. To prove a piece of steel is to place it under strain. Heat, weight, and pressure are added until its true nature is enhanced. Right? We need it, the true nature. We have to have the pressure. The steel is not weakened by the proving process. In fact, it becomes something that can be trusted, something strong enough to bear greater burdens.
Wow.
And
it's
isn't that
true.
what we're
It refines
talking
it and
about?
strengthens it. That's
Yeah,
great. That's
yeah.
what B minus will do for you. That's what discomfort will do for you. That's what being really bad at something will do for you.
Stay under that pressure. Like
Yeah.
it's important. I also had the thought about how diamonds are become so beautiful.
Yes.
It's that pressure, and when we're learning something new or whatever, or we're forced in when we choose to learn something new, or we're
Put in
not
a
by
situation
choice,
where we
put in
have
this,
to learn
right?
something.
Yeah, we have to
Yeah,
learn
there's a
something.
situation where we're learning.
Yeah, yeah. It's if we can change our mindset or remind ourselves that we have a choice in the way
Oh,
we think, right? Then
always.
how beautiful does it become?
Yes. How would a creator think about this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of the situation, always. How would our creator think about it? And as a junior creator, how do I want to think about it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's most often for me anyway, it's different than the way I'm currently thinking,
Wow.
especially when it's a difficult situation. But if I can remember to ask myself, how would my creator think about this? How will I create it or think about it? It'll change it. And then it turns into something really beneficial. It gives
Mm-hmm.
purpose. Isn't that the Viktor Frankl? Suffering ceases to be suffering when we understand the meaning behind it. It gives purpose to
I
what we're doing and to the discomfort we're experiencing, or just how bad we are at it. Because, sometimes we just are. Yeah.
That's okay because we can shine in other areas.
Well, or I know a year from now, I will be so much better at Tai Chi than I am now. And
Yeah.
as I was in class the last time I was practicing with the girls, somebody asked me, "This is so uncomfortable. How long until it gets better?"
Mm.
Yeah, I know. And because I experienced it for about the first 4 months of my practice, when I first started, I said, I know. I just felt like I was arms and legs all over the place and I couldn't follow. And I said there were a couple places just wanted to throw up your arms and leave class and just
This
because
doesn't work for me. Yeah.
right. But
Mhm.
eventually the mirror neurons start to build and they click and you can mirror whatever's going on in front of you and your patience increases just enough to let that work. And one day you're just doing it and it's
Mhm.
exhilarating and it feels so good. And that's the way it is with any new thing, whether it's your doctor with his practice or whether it's macaroni plates, which I still think, whatever. So, but you just have to keep at it.
Can I share a quote? So this conversation, Margaret Atwood talked about awe and wonder also. And as I was looking that up, this is the quote by her. It says, it's a lifelong of failing. And I've never been prepared, is what she said. But how can you have a sense of wonder if you're prepared for everything?
Oh,
Yeah, I love that.
So listen to this: prepared for the sunset, prepared for the moonrise, prepared for the ice storm. What a flat existence that would be.
it really would.
Look,
What a flat existence that would be.
If you're prepared for everything, right?
We have to be prepared to be delighted.
Awe and wonder. Yeah.
be surprised. Isn't that part of, I think, when I think of awe and wonder, it's like delightfully surprised.
Yes, yes, totally unexpected. So delightful.
Like
Yeah.
that's when you finally got that.
Oh my gosh, the day I finally could do, parting the horse's mane or brush knee and push, and it was just moving. It was reminiscent of Peter Pan, where, like finally Peter's flying, and they're like, "Look,
Right.
I'm doing it,
I can find.
I can fly." Yes. And it
That's
was
awesome.
worth all of that work. And it's something I will never forget now. It's
Mhm.
muscle memory, just like riding a bike, or
Mhm.
brushing your teeth or any of those things. It's ingrained now as
Right.
part of me. And it was worth working on. Yeah, it's all worth working on, whether it's times tables or driving a car or learning patience with your 14-year-old, whatever it
Mhm.
is. Yeah, it's all worth it. Jaycine, what's going on with book club?
So we are reading a book called The Choice, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's by Edith Eva Eger, Eger. And her background is she's Hungarian and she lived through World War II. And she is
Ooh.
a therapist.
Ooh,
And yes,
like
yes.
our good friend Viktor Frankl.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And her whole premise is at the beginning, as she's talking about it, she's like, I'm going to share stories of things that I've been through and stories about some of my clients without disclosing their real names. Um, and her whole thing is by the time, what I want you to leave with at the end of this book is these people have gone through these struggles, so I can too.
Oh, I
Look
love
what they did. I can too.
that.
Right. And that is like the forward as she shares at the beginning. But it's a heart wrenching, like,
Yeah, I
kind
have a
of
hard time with
stuff.
those stories. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're just, it's horrific what
What people did to each other.
what they did to each other. Yeah. And what was allowed to be done. So, but there's also within that struggle of choosing to continue to live, choosing to continue to forgive, choosing to continue. Yeah. There's a
Choose
lot of
creating
choosing. The choice. The
the choice.
choice.
Wow,
hmm
that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you can send me the details on that and I'll put it in the show notes, huh? So that if
Yeah.
people are interested, they can. Yeah. And that quote from Margaret Atwood, we'll put those in the show notes
Oh,
too.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
And
find that.
then you guys, when you come to YouTube or to Apple or to Spotify or wherever you enjoy your podcasts, you'll be able to get those in the show notes, which will be great. We are very grateful that you chose to spend some time with us today. It has been just lovely, and we hope that it has brought as much light to you as you have brought to us. Because it's great to have y'all. Come back, subscribe, whatever it is you need to do so that you get your reminder that we're here every week talking about creator-based something and how to live life happier and better. And just to be content. To be emotionally content is such an incredible gift. So come back. Thank you. And thanks, you guys.
Bye, guys.
I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hey, thanks for joining us today in A Creator-Based Life. I hope you felt that compassion, mindfulness, and hope you came seeking today. You can find more of it at cmhcoaching.com or on linktree/cmhcoaching. Of course, any social media outlet, we're there too. Because you felt the benefit and light in this message, please invite those you care deeply about to join us. Help us to create a ripple effect across the globe of compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Then we can create a creator-based life together. Have a great week, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.
Moment by moment, it's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day, I pave the way with